Nice.
We are
Obviously.
professional.
This is a professional podcast.
Yes.
Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Hello there. Which actually,
Did you
this
get
is gonna
me a
be
hat
a
as
bit,
well?
Yes.
So I've got Dune Cam. It's just a camera with my Dune steelbook.
Wait, there's a double that I hear in the background, which is literally someone else watching it. Very professional. What's up? This is literally my TV that's on. Lachlan, you take over for a second. Why? It's a great start.
It's your TV. It's
my
so
TV.
funny. I love the fact that
I thought someone came in.
Professional recording was just a VCL playback, and it had like the bar at the bottom. I saw your mouse. It was just. It was kind of like the videos I've seen on social media of like cinemas logging into Disney Plus.
That's
man, that was great.
So my little brother wanted to see it, so he's already set it up to watch it in my living room. He's not here yet, and he makes me look like an idiot. But welcome back to the Quiet on Set podcast. I'm Ewan Graf, and joining me for this special live recorded Oscar special is Lachlan Thiele, as always.
That's me. It's early. We do this the opposite way around. Usually it's early for you and late for me, but look at this.
I don't know how time works in Australia. It's different. Again, what they say, upside down.
Obviously.
Yada yada, the typical stuff. Yeah.
It's actually quite a gloomy day outside, funnily enough. So I don't know how this ceremony will go. Maybe there'll be a slap of some kind.
Yeah, a slap to wake you up. I don't know how you are feeling. For me, it's obviously late at night. It's past midnight now, and we are about 20 minutes away from the ceremony starting. So this will be a bit of a different type of episodes. Hey to everyone in chat and watching right now. I see Fresh is here, and I'm sure others will join. If you want to watch along with us, Lachlan will only stay for a bit. He will have to go to work, but I'll remain here for the entire broadcast. And later on, you can actually join our Discord already if you aren't already a member. We are already in a channel that you'll see when you join us. Actually, I can show the people real quick. Actually, it would look like a mess, but you can literally just look at what I'm streaming there, which is this. That I can't really show you this the whole time. I also fucked up Lachlan's camera. I'm a professional.
Hello, I'm back now.
He's back. But I can't show you this, obviously. I'm watching it over on Disney Plus, which you can watch our feed. Allegedly, that's where you'll get to see it. Not that we are actually doing it if Disney's watching, but I obviously can't show you the feed like this. I'll be watching it here. Lachlan will be watching it here, Kevin. So if you want to join along, you can also mute that, just all of the technical stuff out of the way. And then this episode that is happening right now, for those who watch it as a VOD or later as the podcast episode, will have like bits of our reactions of the Oscars in there. And you'll still get like episode 225 of the Quiet on Set podcast in your usual podcast apps. It might be a bit longer because I don't know how long this ceremony will be. Like, I think last year's was like, oh wait, you froze.
5 hours.
But you
6
freeze.
hours. Me?
Yeah, you froze for some reason. Now you're not frozen anymore.
No, I was just standing very still.
But yeah, back to that screen. Oh my God, did you see there's like there's little Oscars behind us, right?
Oh wow, look at this production design that you've done.
I know it's
on the right screen to see it.
Incredible.
Do we have the licensing for that photo?
You are asking me questions. This like so early in the morning for you that I don't have answers to, and
I'm so switched on right now. This is my second coffee.
Tricking me up. Well, we have a whole bunch of stuff planned later on. I am actually going to be drinking because it's very late. It would be very inappropriate to ask Lachlan before work to drink with me, but I do have a bit of a sneak peek. Also, a hi to Josh in chat who joined us as well. I didn't reveal this to you yet, but also each time I move something over, I do have to move the stream away, which is a bit annoying. But a bit of a sneak peek for those in Discord, but I can also show you over here. I do have a bit of a plan that drinks wise Russian you'll get to see later what that is. I will be drinking each time one of these films wins, and I just realized my shot glass is a bit big as well. So this is clearly a double, if not more. So I'll be fucked, but we'll have a great time. And yeah, if some of these don't make sense to you, like watermelon, or I guess Scotch whiskey is pretty self-explanatory. Lachlan, the Corona for Emilia Perez is still the one that we bought when you were here. So I'll crack that open. I don't know if that's still good. but that's
you know
that.
the big one? The big one?
Yeah, the big one.
Oh,
the big one. I'm not going to show them yet. Emilia Perez with Saldana has to win something for that to be cracked open, but I am ready. It's currently outside on my window, so it's all nice and cool at least.
What happens when Emilia Perez wins everything?
Best picture?
What is going to happen?
I'll do a swirly and drink the whole thing. I mean, it would be literally the last award. I don't know if the Corona would still be around by then. Hopefully I still have more than enough, because I won't be drinking that whole thing, because it's literally like 8 ounces. It's a huge drink. It's gonna get a bit chaotic, I assume. But we have a bunch of people who submitted their predictions for it. And Lachlan, if you're curious, we could have a quick look at our in-house one, because 4 people from our team, which includes you, Kev, Connor, and myself, have filled this one out. And what is interesting about that is that we do have quite a bit of overlap for some of us. So this is just the 4 of us.
I would like
How
to
did you go
explain
about-
myself on
Yeah.
my picks.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
I want to win, so I'm picking it off of so many different factors of what I genuinely thought is a great performance, or just great technical achievements in some of the technical categories. I have based it off of the hype, the other awards that have been won, and sometimes I'm just like throwing one out there that's just super,
For the shorts, you gotta
safe.
know which ones. Look, we are a bit all across the board with the shorts.
Now, for the ones that I haven't seen, because I haven't watched any documentaries this year, any shorts at all, I just went with whatever had the cooler name or
You're
was
like personal
more
anymore.
hyped up on Letterboxd that I've seen.
Sure, okay.
No
But that
Other
makes sense.
Land was super hyped up on Letterboxd for something like live action The Man Who Could, whatever the fuck it is. I saw
Man Who
that
Couldn't-
on Letterboxd quite a bit.
Yeah,
And then I think it was Yuck was the other one that was the only one that I knew of
For
when it
animation.
came to animated
Yeah.
shorts. So I'm basing it off of all of those factors. And if when I was in doubt, I just picked Emilia Perez.
that's a good one. I mean, you went with
Yeah.
but you went with Like a Bird. I think for Sing Sing in best song.
Okay, so I haven't seen Emilia Perez, and I watched about, I don't know, like 10 minutes of it before I was like, I'm just gonna find a better time to watch this, and I probably never will find the time. But I decided to pick the song that I liked the most, and I think that was Like a Bird. And
I think it's the best
really
one.
enjoyed that.
It's not an exciting bunch of songs this year. And then I'm glad that we all are confident in Brutalist winning best score. That now the Challenges isn't nominated. Obviously in international, that's another interesting race here. Where is it? Where is international feature? There it is. Everyone but Connor went with I'm Still Here.
I
Quite
picked
confident.
it because I haven't seen it, and it was the most popular Quiet on Set post video we have ever had. So I'm like, yeah, you know, that's the one I'm going with. And I didn't realize you guys were all picking it too.
The passion is there. I think with the downfall of Emilia Perez amidst all of that controversy, other than the song and maybe supporting actress for Saldana, which you didn't even go with. You went with Monica Barbaro, which is, I think, another film that you haven't seen yet. So
No.
Oh, you've seen it completely?
No, I haven't finished it. I haven't completed A Complete Unknown. I watched an hour and 30 to 40 minutes last night of it, and then I fell asleep. So I only had last night to watch it, and I thought, okay, I'll sit down and watch it, and I didn't get home until like 10 o'clock, and then basically I was like, I'm going to go to bed because I got to be up early for the Oscars. So I decided to try to squeeze it in. I saw the majority of it. I'm at least over the halfway point wherever I am. So I think I can say that I have seen enough for me to go, yes. I'm going to vote you because honestly, the best supporting actress category was just a little bit
Pretty weak, man.
How
How does Angelina Ellis Taylor not get nominated for
Okay.
Nickel Boys? That's all I'm saying. It's
the reason I didn't put down Felicity Jones is because
I don't see it either.
I just don't think people will get to the end of The Brutalist to watch it to see where she stands
No.
So I have a list of like my personal what I want to win on the side over here,
Right.
which is different to what I voted for because I need to win this one, and I only care about these ones being correct because honestly,
I do have a ton of overlap.
I voted Kieran Culkin, right, for support, obviously, because that's like
everyone did.
Yeah, everyone did. So
But you have Mikey.
Personally, I want Jeremy Strong to win.
Yeah.
I want Jeremy Strong for The Apprentice because he was like one of the best parts of The Apprentice, and I want him to win. Just because that performance was fucking sick, dude. It was sick. So, yeah. And Best Actress, I know everyone's basically done Demi Moore, but I would really like Mikey Madison. Really would like her to win because I love Denora, and I just think that the Demi Moore for The Substance was that real, like, vulnerable performance. And it's the same with Anora, but the industry knows Demi Moore, and I think they're just going to be like, yeah, Demi Moore.
It's hard to say how much the narrative, that sometimes gets when someone's like due or would be a great moment, and then you don't see it happen, especially at the Oscars, when everyone thought that Angela Bassett wins over Jamie Lee Curtis or like stuff like that tends to happen quite a bit. So I think we are like, for example, Best Director, we're pretty split. Looking at this, right, it's your boy Kevin and me. We have literally all but one category the same. So 22 of our picks are literally the same. And he was like asking me what you got there, and I was like, I'm not telling you. And then what he submitted was literally like almost 1-to-1 the same. So if we are doing the best, it will literally come down to like the second to last category with Best Director, which would be Hype. But there's a couple of differences between all of ours. And then, of course, all of you or a ton of you have also submitted their own lists in here for Best Picture, and all of them. We got about 25 people participating, and if you're watching live, you do have still a couple of minutes left before the actual ceremony starts to send in your final submissions. And at the end, when Lachlan has all but left me, I will make sure to tally this one out before we end the stream, hopefully. I don't know how like broken and drunk I'll be, but you'll see that like a ton of, also my mom submitted and my little brother, and I think my little brother was like the last one to submit, and he picked Dune Part 2 to win. He's one of the few who went with that. So he's holding on to hope. And then we do have a bit of like a bunch of outliers here who picked some interesting ones, but it hopefully will be a surprising show. I think what the best that you can expect from the Oscars is always to spread the love a bit around, that a bunch of movies get awards, and it's not just a clean sweep. I mean, last year was pretty obvious with Oppenheimer winning. I think we don't have that same thing happen this year. Is there something that you want to happen, especially in the first half of the broadcast while you're still here? Is there like something you're very much looking forward to?
I don't know. I just want Conan O'Brien not to suck, but I think we've had this conversation about Conan O'Brien before where I didn't really understand his humor, and now I totally do. I just want this to be a great Oscar ceremony. I just want this to be good. I want no drama.
No, we don't want anyone slapping someone else. Good drama. What sort of good drama would you like to see? Is there like what's your definition of like good drama?
I mean, I don't think we have any films this year that were to the same hype of Oppenheimer and Barbie, so I don't think we're going to get any
commercially
like, crazy,
as well. Apart from Wicked
performances.
Well, yeah, because
maybe
they're also
we will
not
get a Wicked performance.
They're also not performing the songs that were nominated, which is good because most of the songs aren't really good that were nominated this year. But I don't know how much other stuff that's coming in. I don't know why they made the change. Maybe to save a bit of time, or I don't know what else is in store for us today. Again, we got about 10 minutes left. We can do a bit of a like regular show
I finished
until
both
we
of
get
my
there.
coffees, so that buzz should be beginning sometime.
He's so ready right now. Did
He's
you
so
watch
ready
anything?
right
Did you
now.
watch anything else this week?
Nope.
Well, you almost done with Complete Unknown. So.
I don't know what it is at the moment, dude. Like I'm in this rut where I'm just like I don't really want to watch anything. Like I've been watching Severance. That's the only thing, and I think that maybe Severance is making me not want to watch anything else because I am getting fully absorbed into the world of Severance, and I'm super duper enjoying it. I am only still in season 1, so I still have a bit of effort to go, and yeah, I don't know. I just I haven't been in the mood to watch anything in particular, and I'm hoping that something tonight pops up, and I'm just like, wow, I can't believe Amelia Perez won 14 Oscars or whatever.
You have to see it.
For.
Yeah.
I thought you were just showing me Grand Theft Hamlet, and that is the only thing that I think I really want to watch right now because it's been popping up as an ad for Mubi so much recently, and I recently went through and culled back some of my subscriptions because I'm looking at purchasing a house, so I'm like cutting back on monthly costs, and Mubi was the one that I didn't want to get rid of, so I'm super keen to watch Grand Theft Hamlet.
It's one that I for some reason Kevin doesn't pop up right here, but he liked it quite a bit.
Wow,
a bit
everyone's
more than I
really
did.
enjoying this.
I think I just wasn't the perfect audience for this. It's got its charm. I don't know. It's also like people trying to do something like kind of serious and get something together in a world that is like so silly usually. It's a nice like glimpse back into the time of like the lockdown, like that time period. But I don't know. I wasn't 100% vibing with it. But it is a fun ride if you're ready to.
Have you seen Timmy's outfit on the red carpet?
I have not, but I'm sure that like Kevin. Well, I can't go to Discord and show you, otherwise you'll be like your face will be gone again, and we can't have that. But I'm sure it's great. We don't really have a supposedly actually. We should get a stream up and ready here, but for some reason there's nothing showing right now. Maybe I just need to refresh and I'll do that on the side. I did watch some other stuff, but I don't know how interesting it is. Over the course of the next couple of days, in the lead up to Mickey 17, we will basically have a this is my updated spoilers, I guess, because we are talking about where we drank these, and I rewatched Parasite, and it's still undoubtedly like one of the most perfect movies ever made. So
wow,
yeah,
he said it. He said the thing.
It's perfect. It's perfect. I rewatched it and I was like, it's literally
Mickey
perfect.
17 is number 7. It's above Snowpiercer. It's below Okja. I'm just trying to see where this would sit for me.
It's just his English movies apart from Okja that are just like not hitting the same for me.
English movies.
I hate English movies. Yeah. I mean, Snowpiercer is quite a bit lower than, but the idea as a Mickey 17 like don't 100% come together. Like tonally, usually what he's doing so well, I think works better with a Korean cast. I mean, I was fast at first time watch of The Host. I gave that a 5-star on the first watch. I fucking love that movie. That movie slaps. It's so good. And then Memories of a Murder, great rewatch. Mother is great. And then I bumped up my rating for Okja as well. So yeah, Connor and I reviewed literally all of them. Barking Dogs Never Bite is out right now, and then tomorrow we'll continue the series with The Host, followed up by Memories of Murder, and then The Host, and then we're also looking at his short films, a couple of them. But we'll do all of them in the lead up to his new movie, and then Soderbergh also has a new movie out that maybe we'll get to review it if you get around to it as well. But it's pretty interesting one way, like you take the perspective of a ghost kind of wandering around, and you're wondering what this presence sort of is. But that's basically what I've been watching this week. Yeah, apart from like a really old movie that Kevin recommended me, A Legend, or was it? And it was streaming on Criterion, and it was amazing. It was great. It worked really well, but it's so out there that I don't even know if I can like recommend it. But the nerdy side, the film nerd inside of me was like, hell yeah, I love this.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, is it starting?
It's just music at the moment, and it was really loud music. Okay, it is starting. They're literally singing Somewhere with a Rainbow. Well, jump scare, actually. This happened quite a bit during our stream. It kept getting taken down, so this first bit of the stream is completely gone. We do have a version of it that is still kind of around. We'll just let that be. If you want to see our reactions where Kevin joined me later on for the most part of the actual ceremony, that is still up as a live stream VOD. We'll have a link below, but we won't be playing any clips here. We'll keep it short and sweet, and I'll throw it back to Lachlan and me earlier today on this Tuesday after the Oscars, recapping what the hell happened. Welcome back. It is post-Oscar time. We have had a bit of chance to sleep. That's why this episode is a bit later. It comes out on a Tuesday.
I'm not wearing a different shirt. You're wearing a different shirt.
I'm actually wearing the same shirt, and my cat was just trying to upstage me.
Okay.
Actually, Lachlan, can you stop? I'm still on the mic. Okay, I'm in my Brody era. I'm still talking. Yeah, I've done this before. No, my cat was about to throw up for my Red Bull stuff. There's a lot to talk about that you ended up missing, Lachlan, because you had to leave early to go to work, and there was some.
I missed a lot of it because I kept watching it. At work, I had my phone up and I was watching it, so I didn't miss out on a heck of a lot. I just didn't really catch any of the. I didn't catch any of the actresses or Brodies or Best Picture. But I got all of the technical stuff. I watched Dune get both of their Oscars, which is all I really cared about.
And be played off so fast as well. It was crazy.
So yeah, I caught most of it. I just didn't catch the end part.
Yeah, which some had that same experience, because in the States, people were watching it over on Hulu, and because they didn't, I guess, prepare for the show going over 3 hours, which was scheduled to go. It went for like 3.5 or something, maybe even more what it felt like. But
goddamn Adrien Brody.
Because I know that at the start of that thing is nuked, by the way, unless I included in this recording, our first 30 minutes is only in this podcast thing, because we got completely nuked by the Oscars, and that got deleted. We even got like a community strike, or I don't know, something like that, because it was our first one. It wasn't a big deal, but they didn't like it, and it took us down a couple more times. Maybe we'll do like a recap video. Maybe that's part of this podcast. I haven't 100% figured this out yet, but by the time you're in this section of the podcast, I guess you've seen it. But yeah, no, they cut off because the last two awards were Best Actress, which went to Maggie Madison for Anora, and then Anora winning Best Picture. And it cut off for people watching on Hulu. And if you weren't watching it on traditional TV, there was just no way to see it. So they just they cut that bit. And I think the morning after, they still didn't have a replay up for it. So yeah, no, I mean, I didn't have any issues. It was technically also for the same service, but we don't have Hulu here. But Disney set it up so we can watch it on Disney Plus, which we ended up doing. A couple of people in our Discord joining us along to watch it. I think overall this was like not a really bumpy or super controversial. Yeah, and I think even Conan, who was hosting in a like great way, I think he was pretty into. As much as like he was able to do, I would have loved to have seen even more pre-taped stuff. I think that was some of the funniest bits. Yeah, I mean, I don't really much care for the music. I think that like 8.5 minute long Bond tribute was a bit odd. I don't know why it was in there, and it took a long time.
I mean, last year they had a moment to appreciate stunt work. This year they did James Bond.
Yeah.
Every year they're just going to pick something a bit different for what could be used for, award acceptance speech time, because while some people got almost 6 minutes of talking, some of them got kicked off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And obviously they aren't going to play music for any of the super, politically driven speeches, something like the No Other Land speeches. They wouldn't even dare try playing off anyone like that. But you had I think the one that I remember was like the Dune 2 sound design guys, like the third guy went to just go say a brief thing, and then they just played it off and just kept moving on. But then in the next one, which was visual effects, all three of the visual effects guys that accepted it got time to talk. And it just kind of felt like, okay, well, you don't get the talk now, and
Yeah.
you do get the talk. They're a bit funny with the times things for the Oscar speeches, but yeah, I don't get the whole 8-minute James Bond presentation, which was just 3 people who didn't do the original songs
Yeah.
perform it. So
I was
cool.
The thing is, I was so intoxicated, everything was kind of like, oh yeah, I'm vibing with this in a way. Like nothing really bummed
You were
me out
vibing.
or annoyed me. Even the cringiest speech of the night was definitely, I mean, Adrien Brody saying
Emilia
I've been
Perez.
here before, but the Emilia Perez for best song, Chaco Dia being to the side, and then the 2 who wrote the music, and one of them like trying to do like a sing along of El Mal or like Emilia, she was like singing at the end. I think probably I'm going to include this reaction in a actual like episode here, but I think visibly cringing. It's so bad. So yeah, that movie should not have won any
You don't
awards.
sing during an acceptance speech. If it's a Tony, Grammy, sure, go ahead. But I feel like the Oscars is one of those ones where you just kind of don't just sing.
But they also went on for so long, you know. So
They went for a very long time. Yeah,
Mm.
I mean, it was was it their only one that they won?
I mean, apart
Other than
from Zoe
Zoe
Saldana,
yeah.
who has been on the award circuit for a bit, winning and being up on stage, and every time I've seen a clip of her, she just like breaks out into tears in like a super emotional way, and I don't know. Just to me, it was like, okay, girl, it's a bit too much. Chill out. But I mean, some of the highlights to me, I love Dirty Odd, and with Kieran Culkin winning, some people maybe say that was a bit weird to bring all of that, like, you know, a 4th child and like the promises of that, bringing that to an awards. I think it doesn't play if it's not Kieran Culkin and like his wife. You clearly see that there's like a back and forth where this isn't. Like to me, it's super weird. I would never do this, but it's like to them, maybe that is, you know, it was a funny bit. I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, they had the chemistry there, bit back and forth, that made it feel less of a awkward. Just speeches in general are quite awkward because it's, you know, oh wow, I won this. Let me thank all of these people who helped me get here. The clips of people who walk up and they go, oh thanks, and then they leave. Great. Or, you know, people dedicating it to certain things. I mean, I really liked how Sean Baker right at the end was like, hey, thanks for the Academy for recognizing truly independent cinema, because they did. Not only with the 4 wins that Anora got for like technical stuff, what is it, directing, editing, writing, what else did it get?
Editing and film, I guess, and lead, those 5.
Best picture, obviously, yeah.
Best picture, yeah.
All the technical stuff, right?
But technical, I guess.
It was a truly independent animated movie, and it went up against a couple $1 million animated films and came out on top as the best animated film. And that's wicked. That's a truly independent film made by one guy in a free piece of software over a couple year period. But like that was wicked. There was some really awesome. I mean, to an extent, The Brutalist is not as independent, but it's still made on a pretty small budget in comparison to come up against, again, a couple $100 million films that have hundreds of people working for it, the best tech you can pretty much get, and something like, again, Anora, Flow, The Brutalist, which are made on millions, still millions, but you know, like less than $10 million budgets in some cases is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Brutalist ended up taking home cinematography. It also went to best lead for, you know, longest movie at the ceremony with 3 hours and like 25 minutes or something like that.
And
also
I will
longest
say,
speech.
should have gotten Kieran Culkin, great performance, but should have gone to Guy Pearce.
Guy Pearce? Yeah, I did not know that guy is British, man. I said that yesterday.
Guy
as well.
Pearce.
I didn't know he was British because I saw like a red
He's
carpet
Australian.
thing. Oh, so, never mind. I also didn't know that he was Australian because apparently he's not British.
Now you have to say, now I know he's not British. He's
yes,
Australian.
I know he's not British. I heard that incorrectly.
Yeah, he's an Aussie.
That is that makes sense. Just the name Guy is giving that vibe. It also won for best score, which with challenges omitted, definitely one that deserves it. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the awards ceremony as a whole. I mean, Wicked got 2 awards for production design and costumes. Dune also got 2 in sound and visual effects. And what we noticed happen yet again is that even though maybe the independent films end up taking home a bunch of awards, it almost feels like it's like a less spread around for movies that get like a single win. That happens rarely. That means that a couple go home completely empty-handed, like A Complete Unknown that didn't get an award, Nosferatu, Sing Sing, The Wild Robot, Apprentice, and Nickel Boys. All of those had multiple nominations. Not as big a loss as for Emilia Perez, which went 2 for 13, but Anora went 5 for 6, only in supporting actor. Yura Borisov didn't get his win here. But what do you think about like that? Would you love to see maybe, you know, Anora lose a couple of awards, but Brady Corbet maybe wins one more for The Brutalist, or screenplay goes to like Sing Sing or Real Pain over I guess Sing Sing wasn't adapted. I don't know.
There is a case to be played with award ceremonies that they should take it similar to festivals, where some festivals you can only win one award. You can only win like like other than something like Best Actor, Actress, Supporting, but from like a screenwriting, directing, like Best Picture, like, you know, you can only win one. Sometimes you are going to have films that just sweep. Anora is a great example of that. We've got years past where, you know, something like Lord of the Rings every year sweeps. You know what? Something like Nickel Boys should have got recognition in so many of these categories for its outstanding technical and performance and screenwriting, but it doesn't get anything. There is a case to be played that even the nomination itself is a award and a recognition of the quality that these films present, but I'm okay with how it is now. I don't, you know, I don't think A Complete Unknown really makes it into any of those categories for me personally to win. I'm sure it might for others, but something like Nosferatu, dude, production design on that was sick. Something like Sing Sing, I think that could easily be best writing. Even though I like the Nora, I'd probably say I like Sing Sing more. I think I like the dialogue more. It is a democracy. It's an academy who vote for it. So you know what? It's fine if the predominant group of people who get paid off sometimes want to vote for a particular film, let them vote for that film.
I mean, Diane Warren went like over 17 or 18 now, so at least someone keeps losing and being nominated. I feel like I'm overall quite fine with it. I mean, Sean Baker made history last night as well, because he's apart from Walt Disney, and for a single movie, he got the most wins in one awards night, getting 4 of them because he wrote the film, he directed it, and edited it. Yeah,
he wrote it, directed
produced it,
and edited the film. Produced it, so he got to go up, because obviously for Best Picture it's producers who get it.
Lachlan, next year they're adding casting, and he also cast the film, so technically he could have had even more.
Coming back. He's going to try to beat it. But that's a special thing. Like that. Yeah. He must be over the moon right now with how he did that.
Bong Joon-ho also. And you go Mikey Madison. Yeah.
Marky Madison, like, obviously off of the rush that Sean had with his film, she got Best Actress in the same film, and that's also going to be on him as well, because part of the acting is the direction for it, so he's going to see some glory in that, and she's going to have that success because she's the face of the film. Like, it's a win-win for those two especially. It was a great night for Anora.
Yeah, and I mean, Tarantino presented the award for, I think it was screenplay, and you know, he thanked him there that like he cast her in what's it called? Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So that was kind of a sweet full circle moment. It did mean that it comes at the expense of maybe the perceived frontrunner for the category, although that was like a contentious race for lead actress, with Demi Moore losing out and The Substance taking home only the makeup and hairstyling award, which I definitely feel like that was the one that it deserves. Not that it had like a huge shot at taking any of the other categories apart from maybe for Demi Moore. I'm still happy with The Substance turnout. I think it was fine. Although again, I wouldn't have given Anora some of the I don't think it's it was maybe to us, to both of us, the best movie in most categories that it was nominated for, but like overall, sorry, not overall the best movie that was nominated, especially for Best Picture. It doesn't make sense, but maybe in the individual categories for editing, maybe even for directing, I could see like a different person getting the accolade for their achievement there. But overall, good night.
With direction in particular, I think that Caroline Faget could definitely get in that for The Substance. I think that her vision for The Substance is fantastic. Something like Brandy Corbett for The Brutalist as well. I think that those two ultimately, like, what is it, Jacques Anard for
Jacques
Amelia
Audiard?
Perez, or something like James Mangold. I don't think that the complete vision can be seen. I think there's got to be some, really awesome creative endeavor that has to be taken place by these directors to get into that. And don't get me wrong, A Complete Unknown, I haven't finished it yet, and Amelia Perez, I just
probably going to skip that one.
I honestly can't get through it.
Yeah.
Those other three have really created something that deserves to be praised for their direction. So I would agree, like something like The Substance could probably get over it than Sean Baker. I wouldn't say The Brutalist. I still think Sean Baker's better, but I would definitely probably give it to Coraline instead.
Yeah, I think she had really outstanding direction. Honora's just, I guess, was the most complete package. And yeah, again, I'm not mad that it won at all. And hopefully with the win, which I do think the best speech of the night, although a lot of Sean Baker's short and concise speeches that I think the total of all of them could fit into one Adrien Brody speech, were really good. How he was advocating for independent cinema, like you said, and how important it is. To me, the best speech and a really pleasant win was No Other Land. I think the other maybe perceived contender was Porcelain Wars, because that one at the Producers Guild, that maybe, it gets in there for being a bit of like an easier movie to stomach politically, and No Other Land still doesn't have any distribution apart from like the like set up privately set up through the directors and the producers of No Other Land in like the States to be seen. It still doesn't have distribution, so hopefully it will roll out to a few more theaters, because it's a great movie. And I think also their speech was the best, and yeah, I'm glad it won, even though it beat out my favorite movie of last year, Black Box Diaries. I just didn't see that one getting the win, and No Other Land was basically on the same level. I think we had 3 really strong documentaries out last year. Daughters didn't even get nominated for an Oscar, but those 3 were incredible, so I'm glad it went to also one of my favorite documentaries of last year. And then what was maybe some of the best moments, like while he was still there, I think it made the reappearance, the Dune Sandworm.
Yeah, Conan's hosting was fantastic. Better than years past. I think that he had the perfect amount of jokes that didn't really make fun of anyone in particular. He definitely has a self-deprecating sense of humor with his own thing, but he's also someone who seems like quite a narcissist and really loves himself. Like his face is plastered all over the Oscar banners in the background. People had his hair in golden wigs in the background. So, like, he plays into his character quite a bit. Yeah. I think, ultimately, like, I really enjoyed Conan's... John Lithgow.
The reaction face.
Pointed face is really funny. I thought that moment was quite funny. Or something like Adam Sandler, coming in, just doing little bits. I think that the opening part of this was quite entertaining. I honestly, it was fine. I don't love Oscar nominated or any kind of award ceremony in particular. I don't wait out the year for it, but in comparison to years past, it is something that can be more entertaining, and I think they're trying to do that with something like the James Bond thing. I just don't.
Those are definitely for the general audience, because if you look at the list of winners,
can I ask? I can ask you a quick question.
Yep.
Have you ever seen Neil Patrick Harris's like hosting
opening
of, like, the Tony Award? That?
Yeah, I've seen parts of that. Yeah,
that's what they need. They need. Last year, best moment was like Ryan Gosling doing "I'm Just Ken," and then like Slash came out, and you're like, "What?" and then it was just a big old performance, and that was crazy. Like that, do something like that. They didn't have something like that this year.
Yeah, definitely utilizing the amount of celebrities you have in one room, try to make the most out of that. When, you know, we criticize the cameo fest in movies, but here that's literally kind of the point, to celebrate the films, and then also, you know, with the familiar faces there to make the most out of that. I like this pre-taped bit about like cinema stream. Like,
that was pretty funny.
I wish there was even more of that. And now that he's like, this was the proof of concept, and I wouldn't mind if they run it back. We were, I don't know if, again, everything, because I drank when Conclave won, when Anora won. I drank a particularly strong vodka, and I just didn't expect it to. And also the shot glass, still got it here. Oh my god, this is not one shot. This is a bit more than a shot, and I kept drinking them, and I must have had like 15 shots by the end of the night, or like 12 at least, and it knocked me out quite good. So it's a bit of a blend when it comes to memory, but I wanted to ask you something, and now I don't know if I blanked on it now that I said this other stuff about me drinking. No, if you were still around when we were talking about the upcoming 100th Oscar show, which this was 97?
Yes, 97. We got a couple more
pretty
years
soon.
until
Do you think
100.
Yeah, what do you think they'll do, like, for this monumental show?
I made a joke that Orson Welles will come out. And,
Yeah, true. We said that all the
do
directors are coming back, and I said that
yeah,
everyone just is gonna come back and clone
it's gonna be all
AI.
the in memoriam sections put together. Yeah, I don't know.
The in memoriam,
What will
and the
they
people
do
just walk
with
back
the
out.
100th Academy Award.
Yeah,
Get rid of all the awards and just
Mhm.
have it be a
popularity
3-hour stand-up
contest.
contest. Or in year 100, they'll bring back Will Smith. They'll
Yes.
hey, it's okay. It's a new century. All of the rules of the last century are gone. You can come back now.
But I
He's
think
banned
what they
twice,
I think what they should add is each, like, the other nominees do have the chance to go up and start an impromptu rap battle with the winner. And
No.
if to me, that Perez moment was so great. We need more, like, you know, improvised music bits. Or
Hopefully they just do a montage of all the really awkward moments.
yeah, that would also be great. Or we could have them go up and slap each other, and like that, you know, that slap sport that they have, like, some in the Eastern
Yeah.
Bloc. Lots of great ideas. Hire us, Oscars. I'm sure we do a great job. Other than that, again, I think the show was pretty good. I didn't mind it. Again, I think everything goes down a bit smoother once you've had some drinks. So I don't know if I'll go out as like all out as much as I did this year. I think it was a bit overkill, and a lot of it was like a pretty much last minute decision that I wanted to, like, make a drinking, because I realized that I had, like, different colored alcohol all around the house, and I was like, hell yeah, I'll do this. I don't know if it was the greatest idea, but let us know what your highlights were. Are you happy about Anora's multitude of wins? To me also, we didn't bring this up yet, I'm Still Here also won for Best International, and if you say, like, you know, Sean Baker won 4 Oscars in one night, Bong Joon-ho also did that, but technically he won for I guess writing, directing, and picture. And those 3 awards he gets, but the one that he got in international feature, that's the country's Oscar. It's stupid.
Yeah,
So
it's
Walter
dumb,
Salles, who was played off during his speech of I'm Still Here pretty early on, which also is the first Academy Award for Brazil, which was crazy to me because, like, you know, big country, they've had a lot of great cinema coming out of that country, and it's surprising that it was the first, but he's now going to keep that one. It's going to be, I don't know, locked up in some I don't know, government building, I guess. It's odd, but maybe it makes the round, like I don't know, like the cup in certain sports where, like, everyone in Brazil gets to have the Oscar at one night.
Yeah, at one point, yeah.
Maybe-
Co-parenting.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else that you wanted to talk about with the Oscars? No, that's pretty much it. Again, next week we are gonna talk about the adaptation of Mickey 17, Bong Joon-ho. I'm looking forward to chatting about it. I'm still nowhere near close to finishing this book, so I'll have to get busy so I can give you a bit of a... I mean, this book so far is very much worth reading if you can still fit it in before the movie or even after. I do recommend it, and we'll talk about all of that next week. But other than that, I think we'll keep it short and sweet. Thank you for watching. Let us know what you thought of the Oscars again, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.